Welcome, welcome. It's Saturday. Saturday. Gotta turn my messages off. Saturday. What is this? March 26th. This is the day after my mother's 88th birthday. That was yesterday. And as she spent her 8th birthday in heaven, I hope they threw her a party. But I'm glad you're here. Come on in. I've got a very special guest that I'll be introducing you to in just a minute, who was actually a nurse at my cataract surgery, and she had a wonderful story as she was wheeling me into the, the prep room where they prep you before you go have the cataract surgery. She recognized my name. We'll tell you the whole story. She and her husband also did a Sandy Patty song that Sandy and I did called Some Other Time, Some Other Place. They did that in college 30 some odd years back. So it's a big story and a wonderful story. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. But let's start off with Come On In. Come on in, the opening song. Come on in. Come on in. Pull up a chair and tell me how you been. We're fixing to sing, I'm doing the lead. So if you would sing the harmony. But if you can't sing in tune, well, that's okay because I can't hear you. Just don't forget your decaf on sweet tea. And sit up straight and sing along with me. And Bella, come on in. Come on in. Pull up a chair and tell me how you been. Just don't forget your decaf on sweet tea. Then sit up straight and sing along with me. Yeah, sit up straight on this Saturday and sing along with me. And I'm gonna try my best to sing, but I still got allergies because I'm what do you call it? I'm redoing my entire kitchen. So they've torn it out. Dust is everywhere. They've jackhammered the floors. I've got a update. It's the 20-year-old kitchen. I'm updating it because I like to cook. And Brenda Gant's coming to visit in September with all her friends. I got to have a good kitchen. I cannot allow that woman to cook in my kitchen if it ain't going to be nice. Anyway, Bella, how are you, Bella? Are you over there? Say hi, Bella. Let's see if I can show you Bella up close. This is my sweet Bella Dean. She's 13 years old, and she is an angel. All right, let's start off. We're back in the A's. I'm waiting on Kevin to send me some new tracks. I think he said it'll be this coming week, I hope. And so I hope you'll pray that he gets those done so we can have new songs to sing. I love, well, they're old songs, they're old hymns, but there'll be new tracks for us to sing together. You know this one, sing. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Sing. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. When we've been there 10,000 years. Sing, y'all. Bright shining as the sun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. All right. Ain't it the truth? You know this one. Oh, hold on a second. Let me get the right song up. Here we go. Are you washed in the blood? We're in the A's, y'all. Here you go. Sit up straight and sing. Have you been to Jesus for the cleansing power? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are you fully trusting in His grace this hour? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Sing. Are you washed in the blood, in the soul cleansing blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotless? Are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? All right, Kevin, lay aside the garments that are stained with sin and be washed in the blood of the Lamb. There's a fountain flowing for the soul unclean. Oh, be washed in the blood of the Lamb. Sing, y'all. Are you washed in the blood, in the soul cleansing blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotless? Are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Are your garments spotless? Are they white as snow? Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb? Ba-do-ba-da-bow. Yeah, Kevin. Kevin Williams on the guitar, y'all. Oh, here's another one that y'all love so much. And I love it too now that I've learned it. Get you a swig, a decaf unsweet tea or ice water or whatever you're drinking, coffee, whatever you drink in the morning. Oh, that's so good. Okay, As the Deer, Cheryl Rogers. Playing it for us. Sing, y'all. As the deer panteth for the water, so my soul longeth after you. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. I want you more than gold or silver, only you can satisfy. You alone are the real joy giver and the apple of my eye. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. You're my friend and you are my brother, even though you are a king. I love you more than any other, so much more than anything. You alone are my strength, my shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to worship you. Yes, I long to worship only you. Oh, we've already done that one. Oh, here's a good old Baptist church song. All hail the power of Philip B. Dare's playing it for us. He played it too high, so sit up straight and sing. Here we go. All hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels prostrate fall. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all. Ye chosen seed of Israel's race, ye ransomed from the fall. Hail him who saves you by his grace, and crown him Lord of all. Hail him who saves you by his grace, and crown him Lord of all. Let every kindred, every tribe on this terrestrial ball to him all majesty ascribe, and crown him Lord of all. To him all majesty ascribe, and crown him Lord. Hopefully that's the last verse. Lord of all. Thank the Lord that was the last verse. Because that was high in the morning. Bella Dean, were you singing over that? Bella. Hey, Bella Dean. Why are you ignoring me? Bella darling. Bella darling Dean. Bella Dean, hey. Hey, I saw that ear move. Oh, there you are. I see you. All right. Just want to make sure you're listening and singing along in your heart. Because I know you can't sing, with your lips. At least not that I've ever noticed. I wondered when I walk out of the room what she's up to sometimes. Oh, no, I don't really. Okay, let's get back to singing. You notice I don't have any lenses. Because these are my favorite glasses, and I can't wait to get my lenses. I get some Monday, hopefully. They're in Monday, so I can finally read again without grabbing some reading glasses. Oh, what a horrible thing to have to do, to grab reading glasses. Don't you hate it? If you have to do it, I feel so sorry for you. Let me move that over a little bit. What's next? Years I spent at that. Oh, y'all, now listen. Don't get upset, but Cheryl did this very slow. I don't know what Baptist church she went to. We never sang it this slow, but once I got the track and I started listening to the words, because sometimes they go by so fast you don't really, pay attention, especially if you've sung them in church your whole life. They become old hat where you can just stand there with a blank stare and sing about Calvary and it doesn't move you like it used to. So we're going to sing it Cheryl's way at Calvary. All right, sit up straight. Years I spent in vanity and pride, caring not my Lord was crucified, knowing not it was for me he died on Calvary. Sing, y'all. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. By God's word at last my sin I learned. Then I trembled at the law I'd spurned, till my guilty soul imploring turned to Calvary. Sing with me. Mercy there was great and grace was free, and pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. Play, Cheryl. Now I've given to Jesus everything. Now I gladly own him as my King. Now my raptured soul can only sing of Calvary. Sing it up straight and sing, y'all. Mercy there was great and grace was free. Pardon there was multiplied to me. There my burdened soul found liberty at Calvary. At Calvary. Come on, come to read. Oh, yeah. I knew she was going to do that. Cheryl Rogers. Cheryl. Hey, that was Cheryl Rogers playing, y'all. Can she play or what? I'm getting hungry. Are y'all hungry? What are y'all having for lunch? Let me know so I can decide what I want. Because it's hard to decide when there's so many options. In Houston, Texas, the options are plentiful. If you live in Houston and you know of a great place to eat that I haven't discovered yet, please leave it in the comments and I'll check it out. I'm not opposed to driving around Houston for a good something to eat, especially when I get hangry. Have you ever been hangry? That's where you're more than just hungry. You're like mad about it. All right, y'all, let me think. Oh, listen, you got to meet my friends. I want you to meet these precious, precious people, Sandy and Scott Ferguson. She was my nurse when I had my cataract surgery. And while we were talking, I learned something wonderful about her daughter and the ministry that has ensued from that daughter's life. Watch this. Well, welcome, Sandy and Scott. So good to have you on Just Whenever today. Hey, I'll never forget when I had my last cataract surgery in this eye right here, which was maybe a month ago, a little over a month ago, I would guess. And Sandy was my nurse. Now, you were the nurse before I go into surgery, right?
Right.
And what was your job? You're gonna have to speak up a little bit now, Sandy. Get excited like you were when you were giving me all those drugs in the hospital. You know, no, there was a little happy gas or something that I had in my arm.
Little something, something.
Yeah, and somehow we started talking, and you said, "Are you the Mark Lowry who sang some other time in what? Another time,
Another time in another place."
And you said that you and Scott, your husband, did what?
When we were in college, which was
Don't
30
say that.
years ago, that we were in a group, and we were doing a talent show, and we decided to lip sync the song that you and Sandy Patty sang, "Another Time in Another Place," which we won first place, by the way.
Well, Congratulations. Did you get a trophy or something?
It's long enough ago, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But you were telling me that your daughter, tell me the story of your daughter and what has happened since, her whole experience in passing away.
She was 12 when she was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and then went through several rounds of chemo and radiation. But during that process, she was a sixth grader, and she had just read a book called A Long Walk to Water, and had also heard a song that Matthew West had written called
Do Something.
So. And she decided she wanted to do something when the Make-A-Wish people came to our house to offer her a wish to have whatever she wanted, meet a famous person or shopping spree or whatever. And instead she decided to do something unselfish and said, "I want to give my wish away." And her wish was to drill a well in Africa to a village that didn't have water. And that's what they did.
And from that time, how many wells have been built or?
So that was the wish that was the well they did with her Make-A-Wish. And then after she passed away, we decided to set up an endowment where we can pull money from that every year to drill a new well somewhere else in the world. And we have now done 8 wells.
That is fantastic. Well, it was so fun, getting to meet you. And how long have you been doing that in the, working in that doctor's office before people have their cataract surgeries?
I've been a nurse for 23 years, and I've been at that particular place a little over 3 years.
Well, I often wonder, I may have asked you, do you ever feel like the Lord? Because, every time he passed by, people could see better. And I'm telling you, people, I know I walked in there legally blind, and I walked out of there needing glasses. I'm still going to need glasses, and I love glasses, so it's not a problem. Because I don't want to be hunting reading glasses for the rest of my life. I can't imagine it. I want to get up in the morning, put them on my head, and take them off when I lay down at night.
There you go.
But I thank you for what you helped me. The doctor did a great job, I think. And I can see, and I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for people like you. And I'm really grateful for your daughter. What a legacy she has left. And I'm so sorry for your loss. So sorry. Scott, you got anything to say?
We're so proud of her heart, because she could have done anything with that wish. And
Yes.
She said, Matthew West said, do something. I'm going to do something. This book says there's a need for water, so I'm going to help with that. And, she picked out a verse that's now on every well that's dug, because while we want to honor Alyssa's legacy, we also want to show people the living water,
Right.
The physical water, but also the spiritual living water. And so she picked out a verse in Isaiah 58:11, and that is displayed at every well that's dug in the native language of the people who are there to benefit from the well. And so
what does that say?
I'd have to pull it up to quote it, because I'll misquote it.
Well, let me look it up. I can do that. I have to get on my reading glasses till I get my new ones. You know how it is. Okay, here we go. Get to the Bible app. Isaiah 58:11. It's probably one we all have memorized and just forgotten. Isaiah 58:11.
Yes.
Ooh, that's way on over there, ain't it?
And it was the verse she picked out.
Right.
There it is. 58. Let me get down to 11. I've got it highlighted. Let me put it in the NIV so we'll recognize it. 58:11. Get down to 11. The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You'll be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. Wow, that's a great verse. I need to highlight that one.
Everyone who comes to get physical water will also hear the promise of spiritual water. That.
Well, now, how does your foundation replenish? Do people donate to it, or is it like a trust fund that just it's in the stock market making money? I don't know. How does this work?
Right. So the way the endowment works is we have it at
the National Christian Foundation.
Yeah, the National Christian Foundation houses her fund, and then people donate to it, and they invest the money, and then they also receipt the money, and so that's kind of keeps us a checks and balance system, so that and their rules are you can only write checks out of that fund to a charity, so that ensures that money is always safe and can only go to charities and ministries.
Well, I applaud you for making sure you do it right.
We wanted to do it right.
Oh, absolutely. When I started my ministry, like how many years ago? 1980. I was a nonprofit for a while when I was sleeping on preachers' couches. Then one day I realized this ain't nonprofit. I'm selling CDs. This is a cash cow. And this was way before Gaither. So I switched to a for-profit corporation. And I told my people we pay God first. No, we pay the government first. We pay God second. And if there's anything left, I'll take it. I said, because we pay the government first because God won't throw you in prison. And I think you should, pay your taxes. I mean, I'm for everybody who makes money to pay their taxes and not hide behind a 501c3. But what you guys are doing is spectacular. This is what a nonprofit was meant to do, to build more wells. So I guess if people give to the Christian Foundation, they can designate it to go to who?
They can, or we have a website too, where you can read about all the history of Alyssa and the funds and pictures and a map where they're all located. And it's alyssasfund.com. And on there are giving links too that go straight to the Christian Foundation. So that's an easy way to find it. But you could go straight to the National Christian Foundation and designate Alyssa's World Changers Fund. And it goes into her fund. And then we use the earnings from that. We partner with other nonprofits and ministries that are out there. We're not experts on digging wells.
Right.
We're learning about it. We're educating ourselves. but we partner and fund the experts who are the ones who can actually know where to do it and how to do it.
Wow.
And so we become a grant organization, and we write grants to out of the fund to these other ministries and charities that we partner with, who are the experts in actually doing it. So we didn't need to recreate the wheel. We needed to fund the wheel.
Way. I mean, here I was just getting eye surgery, and look what I discovered. A wonderful family doing wonderful things through the legacy of their evidently wonderful daughter, whose life will live on. I mean, think about that, giving water all over the world because she was on the earth. What a wonderful thing. Thank y'all for visiting with me today.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for having us.